If you have Venus in Aquarius and you want to know about your love life, this reading is for you. Let's get a card for you. It's relevant at the time that you see it. Fated to be loved. Stop. Oh, you gave up on love because you think you're meant to be alone. It's not true. It's not true. Already shuffled. Let's get a card for you here and see what type of reading we're about to pull. Five of Swords reversed. You're not willing to do what it takes. You're not going to go that far. Let's put it that way. Nine of Swords reversed because you're not going to make yourself fucking freaked out, worried, and stressed out and all of that over it. Five of Pentacles reversed. You're working on your poverty consciousness, or what used to be a poverty consciousness. Now it's a wealth consciousness. Now it's about taking stock of what you appreciate in your life and how certain things bring value or comfort or prosperity, security to you. That's your focus right now. Two of Wands, you're making big plans based on that. It has nothing to do with a relationship. So how'd you end up on this reading? Because I'm pretty sure I'm about to put something about this being a relationship reading in the title. So maybe it was just a coincidence, okay? Maybe. And this isn't going to be about a relationship. No. Ten of Pentacles reversed in the Sun. This is going to be about your own sense of self-worth, light, purpose, and the fact that you are not in the hierarchy of everyone having their purpose in their place, which is so critically important to an Aquarius. That is what Aquarius is all about. It's about being part of a group, being part of a structure where do you fit into this? The Sun, your little light. See that? That's you. Which one of these is yours? You're not even. You're out here. Like that's the issue at hand. World reverse. You're nearly at the end of this cycle. I mean, the way I said that was so fucking funny. Cycle. Um, I don't know if that made you think of anything. Maybe it's relevant, but like, it made me think of this song. Saito. Saito. I don't know what the fuck song that is, but if you know it, you know it. Okay. Five of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, you've come so far. Most people are not on your level as far as like growing into wealth consciousness. We're not just talking about escape poverty consciousness, run to this person, make my life feel better. Like a lot of people do run relationships to try to build themselves up when they need to be working on their inner work. You've been doing that clearly. Clearly. So now that you're reaching the end, it's time for you to look forward and say, where do I fit in? How do I, everything that I've been working on, how do I now bring that to the collective? How did I bring that to a relationship? Or how do I, what? You need people to work together to collaborate with to make things much bigger than yourself, bigger than the sum of the parts, even. All right. So let's put this away and set this off over here. We're going to do a different kind of spread today. And this is about who you are as a function of a relationship in this new like iteration of yourself where you're in wealth consciousness, where you're moving past a lot of the old garbage. Healer. Fucking A. Fucking A. Healer, of course. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Hello. Duh. Of course you're a healer. Of course you are. So, who you are as a function of a half of a whole. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands reversed. You're a person who gives and shares, who contributes, but doesn't do it at the expense of oneself. There's a lot of humility, humbleness. Very humble. Like, that's Aquarius to a T again. Like, humble. The ego doesn't get in the way. You're not trying to be the center of attention. In fact, you'd rather not be. You quietly do good works in the background. Queen of Wands at the reverse. There's a little bit of insecurity here. You don't see yourself for as sexy and magnetic and creative and special as you really are. And that's why you need a relationship. Watch this space. So what's the person going to be like that you hook up with, man? Oh shit. Okay. This is fucking cool as hell. I don't think I've ever done a reading quite like this. So they're a King of Wands, so a Leo, a Sagittarius, and Aries. It doesn't have to be because we also have the Queen of Pentacles, someone who's, maybe this is like, okay, if you're into men, it's a King of Wands. If you're into women, it's a Queen of Pentacles. But I would also just take this as like a hybrid of these two. So they know who they are and what they want. They're not afraid to go after it. They're a fantastic teacher. They're a fantastic leader. They've earned it too. They're not over here just trying to throw their energy around and boss everybody around, but there's something very magnetic and charming about them. But also Queen of Pentacles, they multiply abundance everywhere that they go. They have the Midas touch and they're willing to take action on it. Here's the thing. Here's why they need you. Because you need them for them to show you that you actually are fucking amazing and that you need to puff your chest out a little bit more and strut your shit because you're a magnetic leader, not by telling people what to do, but by being an example. Queen of Wands, an example of leadership. You draw people in just by being you, okay? They're here to teach you that and show you that in every single way because you're attracting them and they're energy plus money plus. Okay, but then back to what I was saying before I got distracted. Why do they need you? Judgment reversed. You have the ability to help them find, hear, and know their purpose. Because while they have all of these amazing character qualities, they don't know what it's all for. They haven't done the introspection. They aren't in tune like you are. And something about this means that y'all come together to be healers. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's actually incredibly powerful. Hangman reverse. No one need be martyred in this situation. You do not have to give of yourself to a place where you lose yourself. That's here right at the beginning before we go any further with this. All right. What do you have to offer a relationship or the healing? Let's just focus on this because y'all are good. This is the shared purpose that you're going to be doing. So what are you going to be bringing to the table in terms of being a healer team? Oh my God, Empress, are you fucking kidding? Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm about to lose it. This is going to be probably the best reading I do this month. Okay. First of all, Empress. This is so good. I'm already getting tears in my eyes, and tears are like the waters of the healing. Like, okay, so you have powerful healing energy, period. And it comes to you absolutely naturally. I'm not saying you didn't work for this in some lifetime or another, or even in this lifetime, building it, strengthening it, making it powerful. But like, this is the queen of all queens. Okay, she's supportive emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally. She knows her truth. She stands on purpose and knows how to enjoy life and just gets resources just fucking show up for her. And she has all the faith in the world that she needs to. 5 of Cups reversed. She's healed herself. You've healed yourself, man or woman, okay? But you're the Empress. Things come to you easily, and they should. You're not like everyone else. Lots of people have to work hard for shit because they need to learn the hard way. You've already done that. You've already been there. Now you have a service to give, and God wants to fill you up with that abundance so that you can turn around and give it because you're willing to give it because you know how important it is. Very few people are willing to give in the way that you are. And you give properly too. Because there's some people out here who are willing to give in order to be affirmed by other people. So that other people will love them or they'll stick around or so that they'll get into heaven or like whatever. Okay? So they'll give so much of themselves that then they diminish themselves. And, our Creator doesn't want that for us. Our higher selves don't want that for us. Our souls cannot live that way. We must be in it must be egalitarian. And with the Six of Pentacles right at the very beginning, you already understand that natively. It is in you. That's why you are given the Empress standing, and you earned it too. It was done together, okay? You earned it, and it was given. That now money and abundance and resource and wealth comes easily to you, and now you're understanding that better, and so you're ready to go. You're looking at the positive, and you're transforming things from the healed brokenness into what is worthy and worthwhile and valuable, and you're not afraid to look at what was dark and what was painful and what was sad, but because you know it serves a higher purpose, which is to take what was valuable from that pain and turn it into healing. Transform pain into healing. Right on the card. Hangman reverse. You will not martyr yourself. Again, Three of Swords at the base. You've healed. Okay, I already said all this. All right, this is just confirmation that we are fucking on that shit. We are fucking tapped in. What do you need to have the courage to change? What needs to change? What needs to change? This is the third position. What needs to change in your life so that you can meet up with this person and create something far bigger than yourself? Look, there's two people here. There's someone healing, someone being healed. I know that's the symbol of the card, but like there's two people. What someone is like taking action and another person is receiving. Okay, so what needs to change here? Mentally, yes. Page of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is the poverty consciousness. This is also feeling that you have more to learn. You don't, okay? You already know your shit. Nine of Wands, you're well protected. You don't need to worry about someone coming and taking your shit. You will see it from a mile away. So there's been an entrapment here. Because you felt that you weren't strong enough. You felt that you weren't wise enough. You weren't ready. You didn't stand on your own. You needed support. Sorry, you feel it. Period. And in fact, you need to be on stage. Okay? So, start your YouTube channel, motherfucker. Like, what are you waiting for? Get on here, man. Fucking message me. Like, let's do some shit. Obviously, like, 10 of Cups, let's be a family. Like, fucking, obviously, I'm not getting a lot of views. I don't give a fuck. I'm 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. I know that it's building to something because it feels right. You can trust that. You can trust what feels right. Other people around you, I'm about to go on another fucking tangent. Other people around you want to tell you that you can't trust what feels right because they can't trust what feels right. Why can they not trust what feels right? Because they haven't done the work. Because they haven't built themselves up. Because they haven't healed. And because they're too in their head, or they're too impulsive, or they're too 15 seconds ahead and then 20 million years behind and everything, right? They're all over the place. You are in the moment. You are healed. You've done all the work. You understand what the fuck is going on in this world. You know how fucking crazy that is? You're here at a tarot reading. You're already miles and light years ahead. But you're also light years ahead of every other reading that I've done so far this month. Like, you understand innately, okay? So anyone that tries to come to you and tell you you're not qualified to trust your intuition, you're not qualified to do what feels right, that's a depersonalization from someone that learned the hard way that when they went for what felt right, it fucked their life up. Why did it fuck their life up? Because they weren't purified. They weren't purified, okay? And that's no shame to them, but there are many above and many below. Anyway, what's going on? What is driving this situation to happen now? 9 of Pentacles reverse. You need support. You need backup. Now, I know you've come a long way, okay? And you could go the rest of your life and be just fine financially, materially, and even spiritually. But there's a greater purpose. And if you've heard the calling, Temperance at the base, you need to turn water into wine. You're here to fucking transform some shit. You've had a calling. You know your calling. There's someone else that needs to work with you. And there's so much more that y'all could create. There's so much more that y'all are called to create. You set all this shit up. Okay? And make a space for what it could feel like and what it could be like. That's something I've been learning recently. Is just like, when I consider my person, You know, I've known him a very long time. I already know the things that he's done and said, oh, and he's done them many, many times. So when I think of him, I think of those things that I've known in the past. And that closes off the door for him to show up to me in my perception as being changed. And he has changed. What I started doing is, and when I think of him, I just imagine like a big portal, you know, like in the video game, the portal, right? I just imagine this portal there. And then like I get this vision of him like coming through, and he is just like he's so much more like strong and handsome and amazing and fucking self-assured and like smart as fuck and like, you know, everything that I always like saw in him in the beginning, but like he wasn't quite developed to that place yet. Then and then like in real life he shows up that way. So open up the portal to the potential of what someone can be. You're able to do that without having to worry about having to defend yourself here with the Knight of Wands, because you already know enough. You'll see trouble coming a mile away, and you've been protected from the shitheads coming your way as well. Your angels aren't going to allow that. There's no time for that. What else are propelling you? Four of Cups. There's this issue. Okay, there's a King of Cups coming, honey. All right, there's a real love coming, but you've seen enough defeat and sadness and failure in relationships to now expect that. But you need support, and that's why you've kind of reached this critical moment where we're here in this reading. So what do you need to have the courage to do? This is the good part right here. The Devil reverse. Except that this, you've broken the change. You've broken it. You've broken this whole fucking thing. You've broken the chains. You are free from the repeated habitual patterns. Why is that? The High Priestess, you're in touch with your intuition. You now understand the secret. You've got the secret in the palm of your hand. You know how shit actually works and how the Fool, you've reached a new beginning. You're in a place where you can live life lightly, where you are able to take risks because your intuition is driving you, and you're no longer chained to karma, to fucking repeated patterns that this person has to teach you some kind of fucking lesson. And like, no, you've been through all the lessons. You've done all the fucking work. So what do you need to have the courage to do now? Because that didn't teach me anything about that. It just says you're free. So what do you do next? I mean, it's just acknowledging that you have that. I get that. Is that it? Six of Swords reversed. You can have the courage to go into things that are scary. Go to where angels fear to tread. Page of Wands. Have a bit of enthusiasm and put the word out there. Wheel, things have changed. The time is right. All right. What's a detail that you may be avoiding? Detail you don't want to miss. Two of Wands. Are you out there looking around? Is there something out there in the world? Is there a plan that you have set in motion? The Sun and Ten of Pentacles return. This is... I mean, you've already figured it out. Like, there's not a lot of substance in this reading, but yet there's all the substance in this reading. It's so powerful how far you've come, but yet this is nothing more than confirmation for what you already know. This person's coming whether you like it or not. I'll just tell you that right now. And you can't miss them. They're charging straight for you. And they're here to support you. But they need you because they need this calling. They don't have access to it innately. They have access to other things you don't have, which is why you need a partnership. To be holistic here, you need your emperor. Right? Damn. You don't even have to live with them necessarily. Not right away. You can keep your independence. But this is part of the hierarchy of roles and purpose and building something greater than yourself. The way anything is built throughout all of humanity is when we collaborate together. And it's your time to take your place, and you're so needed because of what you fucking worked on, man. You're the wisest among us. Like, you can't fucking just leave that shit to yourself. Hell no. Okay, so what's the secret that you don't know about that will surprise you? Nine of Swords. you know, it'll heal you. You won't have a fucking thing to be anxious. There will be no anxiety. Two of Swords reversed. You'll know right away. The choice will be easy. The choice will be easy. It'll just be like, of course. If anything, you might be looking for reasons not to and not find any. That's how powerful that connection is, man. I mean, fuck. All right. How do you grow from it? Like, what is it? What is it that you're, oh, Queen of Swords, okay. This is your truth. You already know what this is to some extent. What are you building together? Knight of Wands reversed. That's nothing too impulsive, nothing that you have to charge into, nothing that you have to race forward to, but it also is like, can we revive it through love? We're trying to revive a sense of purpose and passion and willpower and desire to have fun and feel free. And that is done through love because you have your truth. But this love relationship brings in a new, like that spark, that energy, so that feeling that you felt when you were a teenager, or, you know, even younger, like just that unbridled like enthusiasm and energy at 2112, like fucking running 2112 on the clock. The wheel, it's time. It's time. What's the end result when you two come together? Like, at least for the time being, because I'm sure that's a whole other amazing reading, but the Chariot reverse. That which is out of control, the Star is healed. And this is big shit, too. These are two very big cards. Knight of Pentacles. Steady money is involved as well. Very stable. Very, very stable. This is something that has a lot of... I'm not even going to say potential, like it is potential because the Knight of Pentacles is the potential card, but it's like, I feel like potential has a connotation of being like, maybe you could fuck it up, but I don't see that. That's not anywhere here. There's no avoidance, there's no running away, there's no, if you don't miss it, like, this tells me everything I need to know. You can't miss this shit. Healing what is out of control. Bringing stability. Bringing direction. That's what needs healed. And like, when you look at the Chariot card, you see the dichotomy of the lion and the lamb in this one. But also it's usually like a black and a white lion. So it's representing the polarities. Polarities out of control. This is the middle path, which is also represented by the star. The middle path. You know, give some, take some. Renewal. And the star just being out there. We're out here. We're on display. People can see. People are inspired. Queen of Wands. They're inspired by your presence. They're inspired by their words. Like, what the fuck more do you need to hear from me? Like, this is fucking magical. This is really fucking special. Just when you lost all hope is usually what it happens as well. How are other people affected? Seven of Cups reversed. They're shown clarity. They're shown truth. The delusion is broken as well, which is so important. Four of Swords, that's a healing card. Now, delusion. Delusion is only achievable when we go somewhere that's so polarized that we shut off all other inputs. And we're just in this polarized place where only what we believe in can exist. And we have to become polarized to be delusional. Because otherwise, there's all these other inputs around that like negate what we believe. And so the escapism as a function of the delusion and all these things that, you know, if you think back to the astrology of 2011 to really this year when Neptune finally left Pisces, like this has been a long fucking time coming. A long time coming. That's why it's time for you now. As because you paid your dues when Neptune was in Pisces. And if you can recall going back to 2011 when everything changed and a lot of things might have fallen apart and you had to become a recluse and now you're being spiritualized and you're going through all these spiritual experiences and then maybe there's drugs involved or there's like bad experiences with karma and all this other shit. Like you paid your dues, you came through it beautifully. Now is the time. 24:42 just on the clock. I'm getting a lot of repeating numbers here. It's time. Five of Swords reversed. Five of Swords reversed coming out, and what do you need to let go of? Ace of Wands. Let go of the concept that you're on the losing end of anything. You're a winner in all matters. And you have what it takes to push forward with new ideas, new enthusiasm, and new desires. When you have those new desires, I think a lot of times it's met with, I'm too unstable, I'm emotional, I feel sad that I can't be equal to that, or I wish and I hope, but it's not for me, and a lot of withdrawal into oneself with the Queen of Cups there as well. And then expecting someone to come in and control your whole life as well, and negative expectations. So that's another thing to let go of here. Okay, the Emperor. I literally thought to myself, all right, we're done with this, and then here he is. We're done. We're done. Like, you're done. You're done with all of this. You've been set free. You've set yourself free. Both are true. And you're about to experience a lifetime love, a true meaning of the minds, the souls, the hearts, and the will, and the resource too, man. Like, this person's no slouch, the Emperor. They want to come in and provide. They want to come in and take action on your behalf. I think when a lot of people might see the Emperor in a tarot reading, it brings up ideas of like patriarchy and control and leadership to the detriment of like an empress. But here we see it's like the empress turns the head of the neck of the emperor, right? Because the emperor lacks purpose. Judgment reversed. The emperor has all the will and magnetism and the growth factor, and they've got all this energy pouring into them that they can then like take action and do so much with, but without purpose. There's nowhere for any of this surplus energy to go. They need someone who is incredibly wise, who has done the inner work, who is sensitive to the needs of others. The emperor can't be that sensitive to the needs of others. They'll always be sensitive to their empress, but they can't be that sensitive to the needs of others because they don't have the bandwidth for all of that. That's the role of the empress. And then they take their marching orders from the empress. All right? Paris went to war in Troy for Helen. Okay, that was like the symbology. Did it really happen? Who fucking knows? Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this has happened again and again in human history and again in our own lives because it's an archetype. It's embedded in the consciousness and the soul of humanity. God knows why it's there. Doesn't fucking matter. You're about to fucking experience it for firsthand experience that there's an emperor out here who needs a purpose. And you're here to bring it to them. And meanwhile, they're going to bring to you all the wealth. They're going to bring you the world. Period. Like, they're going to bring you the world. Congratulations. So fucking awesome. All right. So I don't really have any other cards to pull for you here because you're just killing it. You're just killing it. So what do your angels want to tell you today before we go? They have a message for you. Angels, guides, loved ones. When you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the fucking ride. Listen to what I'm saying here. This will excite you. This person's energy, the moon reversed right behind. Like, it's gonna be so fucking clear. You can't miss it. It'll pull you in. It's a fucking black hole. It'll pull you in. But it's not going to, it cannot delete yourself. Like, I don't even want to get into that, okay? I don't even want to give words or justice to that idea. And that's part of faith as well. What you choose to believe has so much weight because you are powerful. If you choose to believe that someone is coming in for you, that will add to your wealth, that will add to your love, to your excitement, to your enjoyment of life, to your purpose, and to your mission. That's all you have to fucking do is believe it. And faith is a tricky thing because it's going to require you to believe something that you don't have evidence for right away. But then you get the snowball effect. What's the harm in believing it? I mean, even just for yourself privately. You don't have to tell anyone about this. You know, this is between you and God. So I encourage you to take a chance on yourself and take a chance on love, man. It's fucking awesome. And I'm so excited for you. Thanks for watching. If you like that, check out my other readings. I do rising sign readings every month. I also have a new channel where I'm doing deep dives into investigative subjects, and it's been a lot of fun. I'll link that in the description. Take good care of yourself, Aquarius. This is fucking incredible. Thank you for letting me read for you. It's been an honor. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye.